Your transmission could be cooking itself right now, and your dash won't say a word. From silent pump failures to mistakes that cost drivers $3,000 or more, we're diving into 15 automatic car habits that destroy your transmission from the inside out. Stick around for the final sunburn tip most mechanics won't warn you about, and it could save you thousands. 1. Running on empty. The fuel pump death spiral. You're low on gas, but you figure you can stretch it to the next stop. Here's the problem. Your fuel pump lives inside your tank, and it depends on fuel to stay cool. Running near empty repeatedly means your pump is overheating, grinding itself to failure. On top of that, the bottom of your tank is where years of sediment, rust, and debris settle. Run low often enough, and you're pumping that garbage straight into your filter and injectors. The result? A struggling engine, a starved fuel system, and a $700 repair waiting to happen. And if that pump fails on the highway, you're stuck, and towing isn't cheap. 2. Coasting in neutral. NPG lies that hurt you. You've heard it. Coast in neutral to save fuel. But in modern cars, that's just a myth. Today's engines cut fuel automatically when you take your foot off the gas in gear. In neutral, the engine idles and burns more fuel. Worse, you lose vital control. If you need to accelerate out of danger, neutral leaves you powerless. Add the wear from shifting back into gear under motion, and you're stacking strain on your transmission. In a panic moment, coasting could mean the difference between avoiding a crash or causing one. Driving through deep water, transmission's worst enemy. Most drivers fear stalling in water, but for automatics, the hidden danger is beneath the surface. Transmission vents are designed to release pressure, but they can also suck water in. Mix water with transmission fluid, and you get a frothy, milky sludge that destroys clutch packs and causes slipping. Once water's inside, no fluid flush can undo the damage. It's game over within hours. Many insurance companies won't even cover it, calling it negligence. 4. Sitting and drive at red lights, the heat you can't see. Think idling and drive at a stoplight is harmless? It isn't. When you keep the car in gear, the torque converter keeps working, generating heat without moving. On hot days, that heat builds fast, breaking down your transmission fluid and adding wear. Shifting to neutral allows fluid to circulate freely, keeping temps under control and giving your transmission a break. Over time, this habit alone can add years to your transmission's life. 5. Skipping the warm-up in winter. Engines warm up quickly. Transmissions, not so much. Cold transmission fluid turns syrupy, slowing flow and causing delayed or harsh shifts. If you throw your car into gear and go full throttle on a winter morning, you're grinding parts before they're ready. Let it idle just long enough to circulate the fluid. Your transmission will thank you. If your transmission is already old or has mileage wear, cold weather abuse could be the final straw. 6. Hand on the gear shifter? Hands off. It seems harmless, resting your hand on the gear selector while you drive. But even slight pressure adds stress to the selector fork and internal components. Over time, this wear adds up. That relaxed habit could cost you a transmission rebuild down the line. Keep your hands on the wheel and off the lever. Especially in older vehicles, that pressure creates metal-on-metal contact, accelerating internal wear. 7. Ignoring dashboard warning lights. Check engine? Sure, but what about the transmission temp light or oil pressure? These are just symbols. They're urgent alerts. An overheating transmission means fluid is breaking down. Low oil pressure could be starving your engine. Ignore them, and you're inviting serious damage. Pay attention to your dash. It could save you a fortune. And don't assume your OBD scanner will catch everything. Some critical codes are only readable by specialized tools. 8. Turning off the car before it's in park. Newer cars won't even release the key unless you're in park, but some drivers still rush the process. Turning off the engine in drive or neutral disconnects the torque converter from the transmission shaft. That misalignment doesn't cause instant failure, but do it enough and you're adding unnecessary wear to an already sensitive system. Worse, if your battery dies while it's out of park, getting it into gear again can become a real hassle. 9. Jackrabbit starts, launching hard from a stop. It's tempting. The light turns green and you floor it. But constant hard launches strain engine mounts, bushings, and the transmission itself. Over time, that torque shock wears down your drivetrain, and you'll be looking at premature failure. A quick launch here and there is fine. Making it a habit, that's costly. And if you've modified your car without upgrading the transmission, you're playing with fire. 10. Parking before coming to a full stop. Slapping your shifter into park while rolling is a brutal mistake. It forces a small locking pin called the parking pawl to stop a moving car. It's like using a toothpick to hold a boulder. Do this often, and you risk snapping the pawl, damaging the output shaft, or worse. Always come to a complete stop before hitting park. That tiny pawl was never designed to stop motion. It was meant to hold stillness. 11. Never changing transmission fluid. Some call it lifetime fluid. Mechanics call that a lie. Over time, transmission fluid breaks down, loses its viscosity, and fails to protect against friction. Fresh fluid is bright red and nearly odorless. If it's brown and smells burnt, you're overdue. Aim to change it every 50,000 miles. Waiting too long could destroy internal gears and cost thousands. Worse, contaminated fluid can circulate metallic debris, wearing down parts you can't even inspect. 12. Parking without the handbrake. You put the shifter in park and walk away. But did you pull the handbrake? Without it, the entire weight of your car rests on the parking pawl. On a hill, that's a recipe for failure. Use the handbrake every time. It's not just for steep slopes. It protects your transmission, bushings, and your wallet. And if someone bumps your car while parked, that extra resistance could make all the difference. 13. Long idling and drive. Silent stress. Letting your car idle and drive while waiting can slowly overheat your transmission. In extreme heat, even electric cooling fans might not be enough. Diesel engines suffer worse. Long idling causes fuel to wash into the oil, thinning it out. The fix is simple. If you're waiting more than a couple minutes, shift to neutral or shut it off. Modern engines are built to restart efficiently, so don't be afraid to power down. 14. Shifting without stopping. Going from drive to reverse while still rolling? That jolt you feel is your transmission crying. Older cars take the brunt of this, but even newer models with shift protection can't stop all internal wear. This habit bends linkages, warps clutch packs, and can trigger failures that cost upwards of $3,000. Full stop, then shift. Think of it like changing gears on a bike while pedaling hard uphill. It's bound to snap something. 15. Gunning it when you're stuck in snow. You're stuck. You panic. You hit the gas. And now your wheels are spinning. Your engine is revving, and your transmission is overheating. Instead, go gentle. Try easing into reverse. Use traction aids like sand, cat litter, or floor mats. If you have four-wheel drive, engage low range. Don't turn a small inconvenience into a major repair. And always keep a shovel in your trunk. It's the cheapest insurance you'll ever buy. Bonus tip: don't let the sun toast your transmission. It's not just about comfort. Leaving your car parked in direct sun can superheat the transmission fluid and dry out critical rubber seals. Over time, this leads to hard shifting, internal leaks, and transmission failure. The fix? Park in shade. Use a sunshade. Even cracking the windows can help. Sunlight doesn't just fade your paint and yellow your headlights. It can cook your transmission alive. And remember, every 10 degrees above normal operating temp shortens transmission life by up to 50%. Automatic transmissions are marvels of engineering, but they're fragile when abused. These small habits seem harmless, but over time, they chip away at your car's longevity and rack up repair bills. Protect your ride, save your wallet, and treat your transmission like it matters, because it does. Prevention costs pennies, repairs cost thousands.